I'm gonna play. Okay, cool. So this is really only my second one of these Zoom workshops that I've done. Just do you guys have this 10 years in the field as a whole screen, and then do you have me as a square talking? Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, cool. I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on my beautiful face. So all right, sick. Let's fucking bust into this shit. So this is gonna be pretty high energy. I'm on fucking fire lately. I kind of died over the summer. That's a whole nother story that I'm not gonna get into, but hopefully you guys have been able to see I'm really back when it comes to even creating the YouTube videos and just sort of rededicating myself to helping you guys and really growing. And it's been very good. So this past December, I hit my official exact 10-year mark from the day that I discovered cold approach pickup. I did not know it existed. I did not know that there was humans out there that were teaching you how to get better at game. I had no clue. And so a buddy of mine, he sent me a video that was all about healing depression. But then the guy in the video, his name is Owen Cook. He's been around for years and years. He started talking in that video about, and then when I apply this to being out in the club and I'm trying to pull a girl, and when I'm texting a woman that I'm seeing, and he just kept talking about chicks. And my buddy was just sending it to me because I was always down and out. And so I clicked to the channel, which at this time, I mean, YouTube videos, you just watched videos. You didn't really follow channels yet. It wasn't a big deal to follow a channel. So I click over to the channel and I just find tons of videos that are just like how to pull a bitch from the fucking club, how to fucking be a man with women or whatever. And I'm like, what? Holy shit. This is insane. And at that time, I'm 290 pounds. I have horrific acne. I'm 22 and a half years old. I started getting horny when I was like 11. So from the time I was 11 to 22, other than finally banging a couple fat chicks when I was like 20, other than that, I just had about 10 years under my belt of just brutal rejections over and over again. Humiliations, right? Having these 4-year crushes on different chicks and then, finally telling them one day and them just thinking, oh, well, that's adorable and all, but I've already fucked 3 of your best friends and definitely not going to ever fuck you. So when I discovered game, I literally, and this is probably maybe not your guys' situation, I was out the next night. The next night, I started hitting it. I had to get wasted. I was a severe alcoholic at the time, so I had to, get drunk and go out there and start doing approaches. But when I found out that you could get better at this shit, it was game over for me. That was what it took from being fat since the time I was a young child. I was always a little fat shit. So when I found out that you can get better with women, that was the motivation that I finally had to actually lose that weight. And then through the diet I used to lose weight, then my skin cleared up. I had horrific acne. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these pictures I've posted from back when I was fat with horrific acne. I mean, I looked awful at 22 years old. Like I would tell people I'm 22 and they'd be like, what? I thought you were like 15. And I'm like, thanks. That's what every 22-year-old man wants to hear, is that you fucking thought I was 15. So I pretty much have not stopped gaming for the last 10 years. And that's not an understatement at all. I got my deepest desire when I was about a year and a half into the game. All I wanted was a girlfriend. I did not ever even think for a second, oh, I could be the dude that hooks up with tons of chicks, or I could have a little rotation going, or I could be, dropping one girl off at her dorm after we just fucked, circling the building and picking up the next one to fuck her next and hoping they don't see me. These were not even thoughts I had. So I got the girlfriend, and pickup videos are still being recommended to me on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I dedicated my life to this for the last year and a half. And now I'm supposed to stop just because I got a girlfriend? So I cheated on this girl. It was terrible. It was god awful. But, you live and you learn. And that's just the way it went. So this is going to be after 10 years now. I have slept with hundreds of women, getting closer now, I would say, to roughly around like 320-ish or something. Now that's a lot. It could be, I'm very honest about everything. It could be a lot more if I didn't have women that were my regulars over the years. I've had girls that I've seen for over a year, where in that year, I don't know, maybe fucked them like 60 times. So each of those times could have been a new date or something. My lay count could be absolutely through the roof if I was a complete psychopath that didn't ever feel anything for women. My lay count could also be much lower if I only ever screened for quality. All right. Those early years, I am not going to sit here and tell you that all these chicks were fucking supermodels, because they absolutely weren't. My wings used to laugh at me because I really have no shame. I really have no shame about this shit. Like, my wings would laugh at me because they'd go, we literally saw you pull this chick that's like a fucking 9 last night, and now you're about to leave with this little fucking piggy with a neck tattoo. What the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, bro, if I want to fuck, I'm going to fuck. So it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild 10 years. And I'm going to share with you guys 10 of these are my greatest epiphanies that I've had over 10 years. But I also tried to pick some that I also feel you guys need to hear. Because some of my biggest epiphanies have applied to, like, my relationship with myself or my family or like things like that. So I tried to take things that I also believe that you guys would be able to get value from. So we're going to go ahead and fucking dive into it. Let's go. Boom. All right. So number one, okay, this is number one. Banging chicks is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. And let me explain this to you guys, all right? You guys get so fucking stressed about this. You get so stressed about, oh my God, my anxiety is through the roof. I don't feel like I get out here, I try to do approaches, I just freak out. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing or not. How do I say the right thing? How do I say the right thing that makes the girl like me? How do I do that? And at the end of the day, all of this is you being trapped in what should I do versus what do I want to do? Now that's important. I want you guys to take notes during this workshop. All right. Stop being trapped in what should I do and start thinking to yourself, what do I want to do? So a guy will ask me, hey, this girl said this, what should I say in that situation? I had this on a boot camp. Where were we? We're down in Miami. It was like 6 months ago, the first time I started really ranting about this, because this guy comes up to me, and I can't see everybody that's on this webinar right now, but there's probably, he might even be on here. I don't know. He comes up to me and he goes, okay, this girl said this, and I wasn't sure. What should I have said to that? And I said to him, I go, what did you want to say? And he goes, well, I think I probably should have said that. And I said, no. What did you want to say? He's like, well, I kind of wanted to say, like, don't fucking talk to me like that. And I was like, boom. That's what you should have said. What you want to do is oftentimes what you should do. So stop being so trapped in that. Another thing here. All right. There's just so much out there today that makes the dynamics between men and women just so serious. Everything is just so fucking serious. All this red pill content that this woman's gonna fucking, she's gonna fuck you over, and you're gonna get her pregnant, and you're gonna be fucking paying alimony and child support for the next 50 fucking years, and all these women are just OnlyFans whores and this and that. It's like, bro, again, it's supposed to be fun. You guys are in this. What do you all ultimately want in your life? Okay, what do you ultimately want? Maybe you want money. Maybe you want a good body. Maybe you want some sort of a legacy. Maybe you want a family, whatever. All of that funnels into, you want to enjoy yourself. You just want to enjoy yourself. That's all you want. You want to be relaxed and you want to enjoy yourself. So we're in game, whether this is online, whether this is day game, night game, whatever, trying to hook up with chicks. Like, you're supposed to be able to use this to go on some fun dates where you guys have some good little banter and you guys loosen up together and you get to know each other. Your fucking hands on her leg a little bit, you know, you're fucking playing with her fingers, you know, you guys are looking at each other. You bring her home, you set her on the couch, you use the fucking, you know, you use the fucking head scratcher on her, right? You scratch her head up a little bit and you guys fuck. You're supposed to have great sex. You're supposed to be like fucking asking her, you know, do you want me to use a condom? And she's like, no, fuck me, daddy. And you're just like trying not to bust the whole time. And it's fun. You bust all over her belly. You guys lay there and you put on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is supposed to be a good time. So stop getting so trapped in the seriousness of all of this, because all the times that I have found myself trapped in the seriousness of all of this, going out, forcing myself out, but I'm in a really bad mood and I don't want to be there. And dude, this goes for all of life. Honestly, the more serious that we take all of this shit and the bigger we blow it all up, the less happy you're going to be. So banging chicks is supposed to be fun, fellas. Move on to the next one. All of these, by the way, I am going to be cutting myself short because I could make an hour podcast on each of these. And this is not going to be a 10-hour fucking workshop. So let's move forward. Oh, hey, you know what? We'll do this too, guys. Any questions you guys have throughout this, go ahead and you can comment them. And then what we'll do is maybe after like number 5, we'll bust into some of these questions so we can, you know, kind of get some more interaction here. Maniacal self-talk. Maniacal self-talk. There is maybe nothing more potent in this life than maniacal self-talk. And now we're not even just talking fucking game here. All right, we're talking life in general. You are constantly inundated with media, with messages, with words of family, friends, people, strangers, coworkers, bosses, Instagram, TikTok, everything that is constantly reminding you why you're a piece of shit. Oh, you just had a good week at work and you got a little raise or something, and then TikTok ad. I'm only fucking 19 and I just made $4 million this month, pussy. Buy my course. And you're like, fuck, I thought I was doing good. Damn it. You know, you got a new car. You're like, all right, this is a nice, 2022, it's like a fucking, I don't know, a Honda Civic or something. You're proud of it. You're like, I worked hard for this. Fucking bitch with a Lambo just comes rolling by. Some hot chick. You're like, how do you have that? She's like, OnlyFans. I get fucked for money. Guys pay me to watch me get fucked. And you're like, dude, I'm out here grinding. So you are always going to be inundated with these thoughts. I call this the lizard brain versus the soul. The lizard brain versus the soul. What you guys have to understand is that your brain and your soul are very different. Your brain really only has 2 goals. Your brain is operating off of 2 million-year-old software. And that software is trying to make you only survive and replicate. That's it. Because 2 million years ago, if you did not survive and replicate, the human race would go extinct. What do squirrels do all day long? All they do is survive and replicate. What do lions do? They survive and replicate. That is the lizard brain. That's all. I mean, seriously, what does a squirrel fucking do? Actually think about that. It harvests nuts. It puts it in a thing, in a fucking little tree stump somewhere, and it fucks. That's it. So all of these negative thoughts that your brain conjures up all the time, don't talk to that fucking girl. Don't go to that party tonight that you got invited to. Don't take out that loan to start the business. Don't try to apply for this program, whatever the thing is. It's all just trying to keep you alive because there's some sort of a perceived threat there. And the perceived threat is basically caused by the fact that something does cause you a little bit of anxiety. So the party example, I remember like when I started to have really bad social anxiety, I was about like 20. And I remember, I think it stemmed from like a couple panic attacks I had. I had one public speaking that was fucking brutal. Oh, that was so bad. But I remember that started for me when I was like 20. I remember like I'd be so excited to go to parties. I'd get like an invite from all my good friends, and I'd know everyone that's gonna be there and it's gonna be sick. And then the day would come and I'd just be freaking out. And that had never happened before. And all day I just keep thinking like, I'm going to show up and I'm going to freak out. And, oh, this is going to, dude, I'm about to like not even go. Oh, what can I tell Steven? Like, what can I text him about why I'm not coming to the party? Fuck. And then you fucking just do it. You go and you're always happier that you did. So your soul has desires and your lizard brain is trying to keep you away from those desires because it's trying to keep you alive. All right. So I am not kidding you guys. I swear to God on everything that's holy on the lives of my family. Just about every day, I am maniacally self-talking. I'm probably a maniac, but I am seriously, I'm on my morning walk. I'm in the fucking sun. Sometimes I got the shirt off if I'm feeling lean enough. I'm walking in the fucking Austin sun and I'm walking around with my fucking shirt off. And I'm just like, we're going to fucking crush it today, dude. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's get this shit fucking done, bro. You're the fucking man. I'm walking out to the field. I'm out in the field. I see some bad bitch. Dude, you're a fucking shit, dude. Let's go. You're the fucking man. Come on. Let's fucking do this. You're that fucking dude. You have to self-talk. And not only that, you have to do it out loud. You have to do it out loud because even right now, as I'm speaking to you in this moment, a lot of the thoughts you were having prior to coming onto this webinar and sitting in silence, a lot of those thoughts have now been dimmed because your focus is elsewhere. So when you only try to think positively, all you're doing is adding another ping pong ball into the lottery machine. I don't know if that reference is going to hit, but if you guys have ever seen where it's like I don't know if they do it anymore. That reference ain't going to hit, but they used to take ping pong balls with numbers and it would be like all the ping pong balls would be flying around and that's how they would pick the lottery. But it's all just swirling around, dude. So you have to say it out loud, literally, bro. Look in the mirror and be like, dude, we're going to crush this fucking workout. Dude, you're tired. I don't give a fuck that you're tired, bro. Don't be a pussy. We're going to the fucking gym. Let's do this. You have to literally separate the soul from the lizard brain and maniacally self-talk. This is key. This will take workshops over. We're done. This will take you so fucking far. You can't even fathom. Make sure you guys are writing this shit down, bro. Does anybody, can I look at the chat while we're doing full screen? I don't think I can. Fuck. Does anybody maniacally self-talk? Because if not, you have to. All of the greatest athletes fucking maniacally self-talk. All of the greatest entrepreneurs, all the greatest CEOs. They're telling themselves all the time they're the fucking man. Because the world is competition. The world is going to tell you that you're not shit. So you have to tell the world to fuck off, tell that lizard brain to fuck off, and your soul has to take over. If rejection hurts you, you have to do more. You have to do more. So this one's going to be relatively quick. And then we'll do the next one, and then we'll do a couple questions here, if there were any in the chat. So the times that rejection will hurt you the most is when you feel lesser about yourself. Rejection will hurt you the most when you feel the worst about yourself. When things just ain't going right and that girl shoots you that text and she tells you, you guys want to hear a text I got today? Let me read you guys this text I got today. Hold up. And if you're in the mastermind, then you saw that I posted this earlier today. So you know I'm not just conjuring up a fake text. I posted the screenshot. Hey, thank you. It's really nice offer. I'm going to have to decline though. I've had a chance to reflect and on our date, and for all that I like talking to you and think we have really great chemistry, I can't see this becoming something long-term, which is ultimately what I'm looking for. But I had fun getting to know you and wish you luck. The fuck? Who rejects Aaron Alexander? What the fuck is this? No. Look, here's the deal. I got that rejection text today, right? After we had a great date, we made out passionately in her fucking car outside because I walked to the location. I had her give me a ride home. We made out hardcore. I was like fucking choking her in the car. She's loving it, calling me daddy. I'm like trying to get her to come up. She's like, if I come up there, I know we're gonna fuck. And I'm like, no, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. She's like, I can't do that on a first date. You know, whatever. But the point is that what does rejection, what is it actually validating to you is what you want to look at and write that down. What is rejection validating to me? So if you feel internally like, let's just be straight up. If you feel like you're a fucking loser right now, you're just like, dude, I don't know where the fuck my life's going. I don't have any fucking goals. I don't have any ambitions. I'm not putting in the work right now. So this girl telling me, hey, I'm not feeling it. Or, hey, sorry, could you just like leave me alone right now? It's validating something to you inside, deep down. So I always say, if you want thick booties, you have to develop a thick skin. Thick booties require thick skin. All right. You want a girl with a thick ass, you better get a thick skin. So you want to go fucking harder. You want to do more approaches. You want to make more fucking money. You're spending all day. How many hours a day you guys spending on TikTok? 2, 3 hours? Pornhub. How many hours? At least 20 minutes a day. What are you guys doing with that time? Go Uber. Go fucking tell your boss, hey, I'm going to quit if you don't give me a raise. Go ham, bro. Like, if rejection is hurting you, do more approaches to develop that thick skin and do more in your life. And then rejection will not hurt you. Think of like the most confident motherfucker you know in your life. Some natural who gets laid. He's fucking jacked. He's the shit. You think a couple girls at the bar telling him like, fuck off, leave us alone. You think he's going to go home and cry himself to sleep that night? No, he's going to be like, did you hear that, dumb bitch? He doesn't give a fuck. And then meanwhile, what are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, that sucks. Game doesn't work. This is all a scam, isn't it? Yeah. Do more fucking approaches. Let's bust out one more and then I'll pop over to this chat. Can anybody come on? I'm going to, okay, this is Assume Attraction, FAFO. If anybody can guess what, if you come on the audio and you can guess what FAFO stands for, I will Venmo you $15 cash.
Fuck around, find out.
Who said that?
Amir.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, send me your Venmo. For real, message it to me on Facebook.
Okay.
Awesome, dude. Wow, well, good for you. You just signed up for the fucking mastermind, and now you're getting a $15 refund. So congratulations.
It's a great deal.
Hell yeah. Assume Attraction, guys. Fuck around and find out. All right. Can anybody speak up as to what you think that this means? Go ahead. If anybody's got anything.
You assume and then you act accordingly, and it might work. There is more probability that it can work.
Yes, basically. Right now, you guys are assuming unattraction. You guys are assuming that she is not attracted to you at all. You are constantly finding reasons, finding different excuses to not do an approach, to not go for it with a chick. And you have to just assume that she's going to be attracted to you. And then you fuck around and you find out. But this mindset, if you can assume that you will always succeed, if you can assume this, then this will take you further than fucking anything else. Because the people, I heard this great quote one time. I believe it was Richard Branson, who I've read all of Richard Branson's books. They're very good. He's got Screw It, Let's Do It. He's got The Virgin Way. He's got Losing My Virginity. He's the most inspirational entrepreneur on the planet in my mind. And he said in one of his books, I think it was Screw It, Let's Do It. He said, entrepreneurship is jumping off a cliff and grabbing sticks on the way down, hoping you're going to build wings. And I love that, because how many times have you guys, if you've been in game or whatever, if you've been in this world at all for a long time, then you know that you guys have seen chicks that you wanted to talk to, and you just end up not doing it because you start thinking all these different thoughts. You start preparing. Okay, all right, let me think back to the video that I watched. Let me think back to that one video. Okay, what's this good line I could use here maybe? All right. Oh, let me try to go situational. Okay, I see she's wearing this. Maybe I could comment on the watch that she's wearing. You're trying to build wings before you just fucking jump. So the key here is to just jump, because if you don't jump, then you're never going to fuck around and find out. That's what I do. I assume attraction. I want to say this. I got to say this. This is crazy important. All right. Back to what I said a little bit ago. I grew up as a fat little shit. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if you can ever truly 100% and completely shake the identity that you held for yourself from the time you were 5 until you were 22 years old, in all of your most formative years. So there have been women, there's like 2 popping into my mind. There's 2 right now popping into my mind, that 3, they'll keep popping in. Let's stick with these 3. There's 3 popping into my mind where I remember, this is after my lay count's like over 100 already. I've already hooked up with hot chicks. I've done it. I've hooked up with girls in different cities. I've had threesomes, all of this. But I remember these 3 particular girls. I can see them so clearly, where I saw them and my first thoughts were not, ooh, let me go for that one. My first thoughts are, oh, look how fucking hot she is. Let me just, I'll probably try to find like a different one. Let me just move on to like a different one though. Let me just find one that's maybe like a little less attractive. Let me find one that just like doesn't that doesn't intimidate me as much. Or let me find one that I feel is like a little bit more in my league. And I'm like, the fuck is your league, bro? What are you talking? What league do you still think that you're in? You still think you're in the league of fucking that literal 300-pound chick at Kent State on your gross fucking, in your gross dorm where your sheet got all pulled off and you've got like the rubber fucking cover on your mattress. You guys are like slip sliding around on it. That's not your league anymore, dude. So all 3 of these chicks, I remember that thought popping up. And then I remember approaching them. And one in particular, I remember my wings saw this and they were like, holy shit, that fucking approach was insane. And then I ended up fucking this chick for like 6 months. This one girl, she's just in she's the group of baddies, right? She's in the group of baddies at the club and they're all up on a table dancing. And I just go fucking straight up to her because I have that maniacal self-talk. I go, Aaron, you're being a bitch right now. You're not a bitch anymore. Let's fucking do this. And I just go right up to her. And I fucking reach up, I grab her hand, I gently, so she doesn't fall, I gently fucking bring her down, and she's like, what's up? And she's still dancing, and I fucking start grabbing onto her, dancing on her a little bit. Great fucking conversation, end up making out with her, get the number, end up hooking up with her either next night or night after. Just gold, just money. So again, I mean, fuck, tying in several of these principles we've already talked about, that lizard brain, trying to keep me from my fucking destiny, bro. But my soul stepped up and said, yo, no, we're not doing that shit. So you've got to assume attraction. You got to fuck around and find out. Let me pop to the chat here. Dude, I'm so bad at this shit, bro. I don't even know how to do this, man. What am I doing? Do I hit escape? No. Don't look. No. Stop looking. No. Stop. Don't look. All right, we're right here. Hold on. Okay, I see stop share, but I don't have a fucking cursor. So, command escape, delete. Dude, how do I fucking get out of this? All right, well, we're not getting out of it. Fuck it. We're just gonna have to keep rolling. But
I could read the questions for you if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Is there any good ones?
We'll start with Mar asking how much you think we need to work on mindset intervention versus cold approaching in the field. Does your boot camp address the mindset issues?
Here's the thing. Your inner world. This is a very people don't like this. People do not like it when I talk about this.
Can I also add right after that? He also, oh, I'm sorry, someone else. My bad. Continue.
People don't like when I say this. Most inner work that you're going to do is complete bullshit. And again, I know that's controversial, but here's the deal. All right. I believe that we're doing everything in reverse. I believe a lot of men are doing things in reverse. I think that they're trying to go to therapy and meditate and read self-development books and watch motivational videos and all this other shit that you're trying to do to heal the internal mind. Meanwhile, your external world is still shit. So are you actually depressed and fucked up, or should you maybe not feel great about the fact that you have no bitches, you're struggling to pay your bills, your body is not in the shape that it should be, every day you have no self-control because you're just, again, scrolling social media apps, watching porn, you're jerking off every day. So I firmly believe the fastest way to heal your internal world is actually to heal your external world. And in that way, to answer the question of, do we focus more on mindset or do we focus more on actually doing cold approach? I am a huge believer that cold approach is actually one of the fastest fucking ways that you actually can internally heal yourself. Think about the mental strength that is created by pushing yourself to do approaches, by pushing yourself to go out, by moving forward. I believe, you guys ever seen The Blind Side? Anyone know the movie The Blind Side? Right? So this guy, right? He's like basically, he's like homeless pretty much. He's poor, gets adopted by Sandra Bullock and her husband and whatever. And they believe in him and they give him love and they give him comfort. And all of a sudden, the love and the comfort that they get, that he gets from them, it heals him. It pushes him to do more because somebody else saw something in him. So had nobody else seen something in him, had nobody else shown him this love, shown him this willingness to help him in that way, would he have ever meditated himself into self-love and into confidence? I don't think so. Therefore, when you're working on yourself as a man and you're going out doing cold approach pickup, and it opens up other doors, you start realizing, oh, I dress like shit. Oh, I speak very quietly. Why do I speak so quietly? Is it because I'm trying to not be heard? Why do I feel as though I don't deserve to be heard? I believe that through healing externally, and especially even doing cold approach pickup, and finding a woman that loves you. Think about if you just tell yourself your whole life, I'm not even worthy of love. How could a woman possibly fucking love me? And then you get out there and you actually put yourself out there, you start meeting chicks, and you find a girl that wants to go on a date with you. And she goes on the date with you and she texts you and she's like, I had such a great time. And you're like, wow. She's like, yeah, are you free on Wednesday? Yeah, actually I am. You guys start hanging out. You guys start having great sex. You guys start fucking having cute little moments, cute little texts back and forth. Bro, I believe that that is a way faster path to self-love than any shit you're going to fucking read in a book. That's my philosophy. Jerry.
Okay.
Any other good
They're not
ones?
questions, but comments. Matthias commented, the thing is that this self-talk at some point has to pay off every now and then.
Yes.
And then Ryan commented, mania is a weapon sometimes. That's all we got right now.
Yes, mania is a weapon. Absolutely. It is. And it has to pay off sometimes. Yes. And it's a tool that ideally is going to pay off. And look at from a very zoomed out perspective. If you can self-talk yourself into even small actions, self-talk yourself into not eating that pizza tonight. Bro, you're trying to lose weight right now. Don't fucking eat that pizza. What could we go eat right now that would actually only be like 300 calories that is going to come close to satiating the same desire that I have for that pizza right now? I think we can do something. I think we can do something here. So let's fucking figure out a solution here and not be that guy. All of a sudden, you start getting healthier. You fucking promised yourself you were going to go to the gym. You promised yourself you were going to do 3 cold approaches this week. Don't be a pussy. Let's fucking go do this shit. So, yes, the self-talk will pay off. And here's what I want to share with you guys too, because this is incredibly important. Make your confidence be based on what is in your control, not what is not within your control. So if I go out tonight and all of my confidence rides on I'm going to get laid, at the end of the day, I cannot control that. I've had nights of the best game of my life, and I successfully get a girl back to my apartment, and then she just truly is not the girl that's going to fuck. So I didn't fucking do anything wrong. I've had other nights where I feel like shit and I end up getting laid with a hottie. That's all based now on her. Yes, you want to have extreme ownership, absolutely, in your life. But if I go out and I tell myself, hey, my confidence is going to be based on what's in my control. I'm going to do 10 approaches tonight, and I'm going to go for numbers every time. Well, now, if I can mark it up on the scoreboard, hey, you know what? I at least did these goddamn approaches. They kind of sucked, but I at least did them. Now, you're developing a track record of doing what the fuck you say you're going to do. And that is incredibly powerful for confidence. How deep is your love? Okay. And then always go for the pull. All right. So the reason why you always go for the pull, and this goes for getting the number as well. All right. Is this camera in focus? I want these videos to turn out good if I share clips. Yeah. Bro, I was supposed to shower right before this. I just crushed a workout right before this fucking workshop. Always go for the pull. So I'll tell a quick story to summarize this. And I just told this inside of the Evolutionary Mastermind on a call like 2 weeks ago. So if you're in the mastermind, you probably just heard this story. But yes, always be closing, ABC. I had a date years ago, and I remember just being very nervous for the date. And this girl's name actually was Mackenzie. She was actually Mackenzie. So I meet her night game, cold approach. I get her number. We go on the date. And I'm nervous. She's fucking hot. I'm nervous about this date. I'm like, I don't even know why. I'm just shaky. I'm like 25 at the time, 32 now. I'm shaky. I'm kind of nervous about it. And then we go to the date, and I just feel the whole time like I never loosened up. I feel like we have no connection. I feel like we have no vibe. I feel shaky, nervous the whole time. I'm sitting there just like, God, I want this to be over. And then I just am so turned on by this girl, though. The night I met her, she was wearing a jacket. And then on the date, she's wearing a big sweater as well. And she mentioned, so this is something I could not tell before. To me, she just looks like very skinny. But then she tells me, and I didn't realize this. She's like, yeah, all my friends make fun of me because like I just have like huge boobs. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess like, yeah, she had the jacket on and now she's wearing this sweatshirt. So she's really skinny with huge tits, which is a great fucking combination. And I'm just super turned on. So I end up just fucking closing out the check and we just go walking. She's like, where are we going? And I'm like, I'm just like a few blocks down. We'll just go chill at my place. Again, I'm not fully loosened up. I'm like, and then she's like, okay. And we just go walking back to my place. And then I have a card trick that I actually used to use a lot. I should start using it again, but I have a magic trick that I do sometimes. And it's very technical. It's very complicated. And by the end of it, it gets down to where there's one card left. And I go, if this is your card, you have to kiss me. And she's like, it's not going to be my fucking card. And I'm like, but if it is, you have to kiss me. And she's like, fine, just flip it. Just flip it. And it's her card. And she's like, what the fuck? Oh my God, how did you do that? And I just grab her, start making out with her, and we smash. We fucking smash. And this is after the whole time of me thinking to myself, this ain't gonna go anywhere, dude. What's the point? Let's just wrap this up. So you always want to be going for the pull. Never mistake social anxiety for disinterest because you don't know. And that's a very powerful concept that I need to be talking about more, which is don't mistake social anxiety for disinterest. They could literally just be nervous. One other quick little fucking story about that. I was gaming girls, and for a period, I would tell them my full name, and then I would say the third. So I'd say like Aaron Joseph Alexander the third. And I talked to this blonde girl, didn't think anything of it. No, I didn't think anything of it. I'm doing my thing. My game's on fucking point. And she's just not talking to me. She's not giving me anything. She ends up finding me on Instagram because she told me, she messages me on Instagram. She's like, hey, ha, 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 hope this isn't creepy, but I found you on here because you told me your full name. I just wanted to say, like, I really liked you last night. My friend was just in a horrible mood. I think friend's going through a breakup, some dumb shit. She's like, my friend was just in like a horrible mood. So I just wasn't like in the mood to talk or anything. But yeah, I just wanted to like say hi. And I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. And we end up setting up a date, end up smashing again, like next night after this, maybe even same night that she sent me the Instagram DM. So and I didn't close, so I didn't follow my own fucking advice. I left that one, but then she found me and proved to me that she just was anxious. She just could not really talk because of this and that or whatever she had going on. I'm not going to keep answering questions right now, but I'll save those for the end. I see we've got a question about age. But yeah, we'll save that for the end. Always go for the poll, boys. Anything is better than nothing. Permission to bail. We oftentimes will not approach because of paralysis by analysis. So we overthink the whole thing. And we start thinking, oh my God, how am I going to go up to this girl at Whole Foods and just tell her that I think she's hot? Oh, what if this goes wrong? What if this thing happens? This and that, whatever. Bro, if you were my one-on-one student and you came to me and you said, dude, I went out for 3 hours yesterday, I could not do a single approach, I would be like, that's bullshit to tell me that you couldn't do a single approach. What happened is you were putting too much pressure on yourself. So if you come back to me and you go, dude, all I did, I asked 10 different girls for directions to Starbucks, and then I just kind of like walked away after they told me, I'd be like, okay, good. So you had some experience now looking a girl in the eyes. You had some experience of overcoming a little bit of your fears. You had some experience in getting a little bit of conversation going. 0 is 1 less than 1. 1 is always greater than 0. So all of these times where you're like, you want to go talk to this chick, but you're like, fuck, what if she doesn't want to get talked to? What if she's not in the mood for this? I'm telling you straight up, just going up and saying to her that, hey, excuse me, sorry, do you happen to, do you hang out at the whatever bar? Do you go to this school? Do you work at wherever? Do you live over at the fucking whatever? And her being like, no, actually I don't, sorry. And giving yourself permission to bail, giving yourself permission to just go, all right, hey, no problem. Hey, no problem. Have a good one. Yeah, you too. You now overcame the first step of hesitation, of anxiety. You overcame something. And so overcoming something, doing something is better than nothing. Back to the fucking approach I did earlier today. I opened this girl and I just said to her, I don't want to say the area that I live in, but let's say I live in an area called Woodland Springs. I said to her, hey, excuse me, and she was in line. It's a whole story. I made a whole video about it. I said to her, excuse me, do you happen to live over in Woodland Springs by chance? And she's like, no, I don't, but I am like 2 minutes away actually. And I have some friends over there, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now let's say that I was feeling anxious or not in the mood or fearful of something, whatever. I could have said, okay, no problem. We'll have a good one. But instead I just did something there. And then I see her smiley demeanor. She's giving more than I really asked for in the conversation. I live here, but I have friends over there. So it's like really possible that you would have seen me there, especially like in the summertime. And so run the whole interaction. This girl's fucking texting me now. So do something. It's always better than nothing. Ming, I had a call with you earlier this week. I fucking told you this. I'm like, for your first cold approaches, Ming is inside of my mastermind program. So I said to him, for your first fucking cold approaches ever that you're going to be doing this week, I don't even care if you just go up and just ask directions to fucking something. It does not matter. Give yourselves permission to bail. All right, we've got a couple more here. This is going longer than I thought, but this is fucking lit. Are you guys enjoying this? Give me some validation. Write in the comments if you're enjoying it. And Jerry, tell me how many people are on here because I can't see that stat right now.
Yeah, 27.
Okay, cool. All right. David Munoz says fire. Balsbana says loving it. Hell yeah, bro. Ming says this is fucking gold. Hell yeah. Appreciate you. Luke, hell yeah. Thank you, boys. All right. Digging the vibes. Anything's better than nothing. Permission to bail. Very true. This is good stuff. How do you game in the gym without being creepy? Amir sent an emoji that I can't recognize. Just a question mark. All right. So, all right, we did that one. And now we go down and we do A to B. All right. This one's very important. So, if you binge watch all my videos or even other pickup videos or you read blogs and shit, make sure to transition into stating intent. And you want to make sure that you do some push-pull. And you want to make sure that you create the we frame and you start future projecting all the different things that you guys are going to do. And you want to make sure to slow down your tonality. And you want to make sure to make good eye contact, but not too much. And blah, 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 blah. A, open. B, ask her to grab drinks sometime. Sum it all up with that. I had a boss at the old pizza shop, Mike, at Corleone's Pizza in Avon, Ohio. He said to me, I would fuck pizzas up all the time and I was going fast. And he said, do it right and then do it fast. And so I slowed it down. I started doing the pizzas right. And then as they were all done perfectly, now I sped that part up. So for you guys, do it A to B and then become elite. So A, open with whatever the fuck comes to your mind. B, cool. Well, you ever been over to date location? Always have a date location in your mind, guys. Write that down. Have a location in your mind that you're always going to take girls to. I'm never wondering where I'm taking girls to. I've got about 2 to 3 spots that I'm telling them, I'm asking them if they've ever been to one of these spots. And when they say yes or no, I say, well, hey, I know we just met, but I don't know. Let's grab some food this week. Let's grab drinks this week. Let's hang out this week. A to B. It doesn't have to be perfect. We may need to I'm not giving you my spots, Amir. Amir lives by me, guys. So he's going to show up to my fucking date locations. He's going to expose me. He's going to expose me. I saw Aaron with a fat bitch last night. He said in a video she was hot. She was 400 pounds.
I'll keep the secrets, bro. I got you.
Okay. All right. All right, cool. Yeah. There's videos being uploaded. Aaron on date with a 2. So guys, A to B, bro. A to B. It's like action. Just fucking action. Just open and close. And whatever happens there in the middle, don't worry about it. You'll get better over time. I've talked in depth about engaging interactions over the years. I have a whole course on it. Learning to be an engaging communicator in these interactions will do fucking wonders for you. But if you're not even approaching yet, then don't worry about that. A to B. I had a student in Australia. He goes, hey man, I wanted to ask you about one of your videos. And I go, okay. He goes, he's like, dude, so I want to ask you about this video. I love all of your content, but what was up with that A to B video you made? And I go, what? It's a great video. He's like, I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was like really a pointless video. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. That's because you're out here doing a bunch of approaches. It was a one-on-one student I had in Australia. I flew all the way to Australia to do a boot camp. I fucked 2 girls. One of them is as a whole fucking thing. I had a literal 15-minute day game poll. Instantly. Meet up with my buddy to wing him. We meet up to wing. Crazy story. Guy I know in Columbus happens to be in Australia at that time. We meet up to wing. I don't want to do this approach. I'm dead tired from the night before. He's like, just go do it. He fucking sees me bounce her to the coffee shop, end up bouncing her back to my house. He's like, what the fuck was that? I end up fucking her. I got pictures of her ass and shit. Crazy. All right. And I see Ryan asked a good question. I've got a really good one for that, but we're going to finish out this so that way I can feel accomplished in getting through the presentation. I think we've only got one more. 2. I think there's like 2 more. Healing comes from the doing. I actually already covered this because you guys were asking questions. So healing comes from the doing. I am telling you guys, so many young dudes today are trying to do everything but do. Everything but. I always say this about Gary Vee. If you see a Gary Vee video with 100,000 views, I promise you of those 100,000, less than 500 of these people have a business. They're watching to fucking get motivated and inspired and convince themselves that they're making progress. You're sitting there talking to somebody about all of your deep fucking problems. Now, look, guys, I don't even want anybody to speak up here or anything like that. I'm not talking about if your fucking family died in a car accident. I'm not talking about if you were fucking assaulted as a child, okay? I'm not talking about real crazy shit, all right? That's for you to heal. That's a different story. I'm talking about the guy who biggest fucking traumas have been like, you know, rejections and fucking like nothing crazy going on, which that's the majority of people. So you're wasting your time doing so much inner game and fucking therapy and all this stuff. If I take 90% of depressed people in the US and I put them on a 2,500 calorie a day diet of heavy red beef, eggs, give them some magnesium supplementation, add 10 pounds to their body, and give them enough of a pay raise that all of their bills are covered and they can save at least $100 a month, but all bills are covered. Whoa, what a miracle. I feel so much better. Wow. What a fucking miracle this all is. But you're always avoiding the actual hard tasks and trying to heal the inside because it feels better. You watch a 500-hour Teal Swan video to fucking, woo, yes, I've realized now that because my mother called me ugly when I was 8, that I have always thought I'm ugly. But Teal says I'm not. So now I'm not. It's like, no, dude. Healing comes from fucking doing. And I'm telling you guys, I've gone down that rabbit hole deeply. I am not speaking from a place of ignorance. I did years of, I don't even know what to call it, inner game therapy type of shit. I've read all the fucking books. I've watched all the videos. I've done it all, dude. And nothing makes my confidence go up than getting a little body fat off my fucking body, fucking a bad bitch, and making a goddamn sale. And then all of a sudden, wow, I don't feel so bad. Whoa, what a miracle. So again, many of you are going to not agree with this. And a lot of people hate when I talk about it actually, but it is the truth. So healing comes from fucking doing. All right, this is the last one. This was a huge epiphany that I had a while ago. Give me a second here. I got to keep my mouth wet. All right. Every day, whether you like it or not, if you read the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, if you read the autobiography or the biographies of Isaac Newton or fucking George Washington or Martin Luther King or whoever, Donald Trump, whoever you look up to in this life, all right, they didn't have a say of whether this would be documented or not at that time. They chose later to either document it or somebody else chose to document it. But your life right now is being fucking documented. Okay. You are living out your goddamn autobiography and you want to aim for heroism. So as you're sitting there tonight, after 6 months of not talking to a chick, and you're sitting there with a whole bunch of cum all in your belly button in your hand, and you've got Janice Griffith getting fucking double penetrated right in front of you on your fucking screen. You got cum all in your belly button. Ask yourself, am I being a hero right now? As you're fucking smashing a King's Pizza tonight with grease dripping down your gullet, and you feel fat tomorrow and your face is puffy and you look disgusting, ask yourself, am I being a hero? Am I doing anything heroic with my life at all? And for most men, the massive men lead lives of quiet desperation. Most men are doing nothing heroic. And I have some empathy. I understand. But you guys that are on here, Jerry, how many we got?
27 still.
The 27 of you, that ain't you, all right? Everyone who I have the empathy for, they're sitting at fucking home right now and they're doing exactly what I just said. They're just zombies. They got zombie thoughts in their mind. They're fucking listening to a Ben Shapiro video or something, and they're just like, stupid liberals, Greta Thunberg, yeah, dumb bitch. All right, this isn't you. Live a fucking heroic life. Aim for heroism. Be the dude. What is it? What do we got here? Health, wealth, relationships, and fucking happiness. Ty Lopez added the fourth pillar. Therefore, I add the fourth pillar, which is happiness, because there are many things that will tie into happiness that actually don't have to do with health, wealth, or relationships. If you really enjoy playing paintball, then that's a part of your fucking happiness. So if other people, you guys are all smart, all right? Don't be a retard. Don't view yourself as a retard. Don't view yourself as dumb. Don't view yourself as a fucking idiot. View yourself as somebody that is capable of doing great things with your life. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell a quick story, and then I'm going to unshare the screen, and then we're going to take a 1 minute intermission. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then I'm going to answer you guys' questions. So this past summer, it was a Saturday night, and I had actually, I had lived in Austin for a few months. It was a Saturday night. And dude, I promised myself I was going to go out. And I'm like, man, I don't feel like it. And I go, dude, fucking come on, man. What are you going to do? It's only 8 p.m. You're already tired. You know you're going to be up till 2 anyway. What are you going to do? So I'm like, let me at least take a shower. And I'm still not convinced. I'm like, all right, let's at least throw some fucking gel in the hair. So I throw some gel. All right, let me just put on the shirt. Let me see if the shirt even fits right now. I feel kind of fat. The shirt fits great. Let's get the pants on, whatever. I drag myself out to the club. I go walking. On the way there, I'm thinking to myself, why am I even going? Dude, I don't want to do this. Do I have like a weird ego problem? Like I can't just sit alone in my house? Do I have like an issue where I just need to be around people? What are you fucking doing? And I'm like, this is all just chatter. So I'm like, I'm at least going to go into the club. I'm at least going to see what's up. So I get out there. I do a couple dumb approaches, bad approaches. I'm like, all right, I did some approaches. I'm going to leave. I'm hoping I'm going to run into somebody I know. Maybe I have like a wing, somebody to talk to. I don't run into anybody. I go, it's time to leave. And I'm walking out. And as I'm walking out, a lightning bolt hits me in the head. And the lightning bolt is a direct message in a bottle from God. And the message says, Aaron, you coach cold approach pickup. You get on these videos and you rant to people to fucking get over their bullshit and to fucking get it together, man. You guys need to go harder. But you're going to be a little pussy right now because you're a little tired. So I go, you know what? I'm going to physically wake myself up. So I go to the dance floor and I just start fucking jumping around. I start just kind of going a little bit crazy, grind on this fucking fat girl. Then I'm grinding on this actually decent looking little Mexican girl. And I'm getting in the flow now. Like, all right, Oof. All right, come on, let's go. Let's do this. And I'm like, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Approach, hook the set, approach, hook, approach, rejection, rejection, hook the set, boom, boom. Hook the set outside on the patio of this bar. Hot single white girl.